What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about these bad boys right here and how they compare to each other. So let's get straight into it and start with the names for those of you that are not familiar. This right here, the silver pair, is the Way of Weight AC12. It released right about 1 year ago in December of 2023. Then right here we have its successor, the Way of Weight AC12 Encore. You can remember them by the prominent heel tab right here. And they released a couple of months after the regular AC12. And then right here, the brand new pair is the Way of Weight AC13, also featuring a very prominent heel tab, but a little bit different as it's kind of like a moon crater. And they released just a couple of weeks ago. The retail prices are pretty much the same for all of them, $159 at the official Way of Weight website, which is also where I would buy them if you're interested. For the performance, let's get straight into it and start with traction performance, probably the most important thing in a hoop shoe. For the AC12, they used a tough OS rubber outsole. They have multiple colorways with either translucent or solid rubber outsoles. Most of them were fully solid rubber apart from this small part in the forefoot right here. Then on the AC12 Encore, they introduced a brand new technology, which was called GCU, which stands for Ground Control Unit. And as you can see, the grooves are thinner, not as steep, and also a little bit less aggressive. So at first I had my doubts if these were going to be durable for outdoors, as the tough OS rubber is one of the best setups for outdoors. Turns out they are actually also very durable and they bite incredibly hard on clean indoor courts. They do pick up some dust, but still, in my opinion, I didn't have a lot of issues with them. They are one of the best traction setups, or they have one of the best traction setups of 2024. And now here on the brand new AC13, we have a mix of their traditional setups. We have GCU here in the heel and just a normal rubber outsole here in the forefoot. It also doesn't look as steep as on the regular AC12, but I think it's also going to be extremely durable. And it performed insanely well. They stuck to the court that I was hooping on today, and there was a lot of dust on there. A lot of other guys were playing, and pretty much everyone was sliding a bit, and I was just stopping every single time. They didn't miss a beat in terms of traction performance. For the cushioning setup, it's pretty much the same for all of them. We have full length boom, which is Way of Weight's most premium technology. You can see them here on the inside of the shoe. It's mostly exposed here, just a tiny little bit. On the AC12 Encore, you can see it way better, as you can see this really thick layer of boom foam right here. And on the AC13, you can also see it, but you have to look closely as it's the same color as the rest of the shoe. I really like the design, but the one thing that you can see as well is just like the different components they have. But also right here, and again, boom cushioning is really nice and comfortable, very soft. Good impact protection while still being low to the ground and responsive. Essentially just a perfect cushioning setup. We have some differences when it comes to the insole and stepping comfort though, as the two older models from last year just feature a regular Orphalite insole and a very nice stroble board. That's something Way of Weight always does extremely well, so stepping comfort is usually very high. But then here on the AC13, they introduced what they call the super critical insole, which is just a little bit more supportive than your normal insole, and it also gives you even more stepping comfort as it's relatively soft and padded nicely. So for the cushioning, they are all pretty damn nice and essentially feel very similar. For traction performance, my favorite is definitely the AC13. For the support features, we have what they called a Pro-Bar lock system on the AC12, which essentially is two carbon fiber shank plates atop of each other, one like this and one like this. So they're atop of each other in the middle, and then they go into the forefoot and a little bit into the back. It worked very well. It was a very supportive shoe. I also felt very locked in them. I didn't like the updated laces they gave here. It's like they had the original laces they had were more elastic. These were a bit harder to lace down, and I just didn't like them as much, but that's just my personal preference. Apart from that, I didn't have any issues with support, no heel slip, no feeling that the shoe is going to twist up on my foot or anything like that. The same can be said for the AC12 Encore. They used a similar system. You can see the midfoot plate a little bit here through the outsole. As you can see, the outliners here, it's a semi-translucent rubber, and it worked very well. It was also a really supportive shoe. Also no issues with heel slip or anything like that. They all feature very big heel counters that work extremely well. And on the AC13, it's a little bit of a different system, as they feature a Euro plate, what they call it. Of course, that is also inspired by Dwayne Wade's famous move, the Euro step, and it adds incredibly good torsional support. I feel like I'm safe and secure at all times, especially on hard lateral movements like, for example, a Euro step. We also have a nice heel counter, so your heel is also locked in. And what I like a lot about them is the lacing system. It's adjustable, so you can choose which lace loops you want to use, which is also nice for fit, because a custom and one-to-one fit also ensures that your shoe is secure and keeps you locked in. Plus, the laces themselves are also a little bit elastic, so kind of like the ones they used on the original AC12 colorways. For the materials, we also have a lot of differences. On the regular AC12, you have a synthetic upper that's kind of mesh-like with those toe guard overlays. So if you're a toe dragger, this helps a lot. As I said, these are probably the best option for outdoors. And the upper is all synthetic. Felt very nice, but was not very breathable. Then here on the AC12 Encore, they added those nice breathability holes, and you can actually look right through the shoe. So the back of the shoe was synthetic, and here in the front, in the toe area, they had a leather material. I believe it's real leather. I can't remember exactly what it said on the shoe box. They felt pretty nice. They were way more breathable, just the toe box wasn't as much. And as I said, the material in the toe box is also just not as durable for outdoors as on the regular AC12. And now here on the AC13, we went back to synthetic materials, which I'm a big fan of, as we have what they call a Vajra skin upper. I probably pronounced that wrong, but I also put all the tech specs on screen for you guys to see exactly what they added onto this shoe. And we have a little synthetic leather toe overlay right around the toe box here. Works very well, breaks in incredibly quickly. So I had them for a 3-hour hoop session today, and at first they were still a little bit stiff, but after the session they were great, good to go, and offer a very nice fit. Fit is also a good point, as the AC12 Encore was just a, I don't want to say it, but a to wear for wide footers. Amazing performer, but as you can see right here, the middle here where we have this little heart here, which is a pretty cool detail in my opinion, just moves in over the top of your shoe so much, which is exactly where my foot is wide. So I had a lot of pinching, and I know a lot of people experience that as well. Luckily, on the AC13, that is gone. I had some big concerns when I saw this panel here, kind of like a TPU sidewall panel, because I thought, oh man, this is going to pinch into my wide foot, my bad, once again. But it's actually very soft, so I had no issues. At first, as I said, they were a little bit tight, but that's just a normal break-in period for a new basketball shoe. And before I forget it, the regular AC12 is also quite narrow, but didn't have the issues in the midfoot, so I could wear them. If your foot is wide in the midfoot area, go for the AC12 or the AC13. If you have a really narrow foot, go for the AC12 Encore, as they will have a perfect fit for you. With that being said, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed the comparison review. Question of the day: which is your favorite all-city model? The first that I tried was the 11, and I gotta say I really enjoyed the 11 Volume 2, but I have to take the AC13 as my favorite one from the ones that I've tried so far. Have a good one and see you next time.